What is up, guys? Welcome into another Wednesday's edition of Money Shot. We have the beautiful Kelly in Vegas, and might I say, I don't know what you've done with your hair today, but a big fan. We have Stephen Cheah down at the bottom, still recovering from the cold, aka sticky fart cloud case race 2-day, 2-week hangover. That's neither here nor there. But how are we doing, guys? Kelly, let's start with you. How have your bets been over the last couple? I know you took the Kings over the Warriors the other day, which, obviously Jay and I both thought that play.
Three? When you were talking about Warriors money line, that was a completely different bet. But I saw 3 on the Barstool Sportsbook. I was like, this is out of control. Now, I did take the Knicks last night. That was a big fat L. I would take them again in that situation. When you have math models, Megan, that you have access to and really sharp people in the NBA, and they say, hey, I make this game 3.5, and it's 6, it's completely different. I had a couple of trolls, if you will, fans, something like that, say some things to me. And I said,
they're one and the same.
Same, right? But keep laying 6 when you could have had 4, guys. I'm going to beat this into people's brains over and over and over again. Stop betting bad numbers. Stop betting right before tip, unless, of course, that line was similar to the Kings, where right before tip, it actually closed 2.5, but there was probably 15, 20 minutes where it was a 3 on the Barstool Sportsbook. So it was just kind of one of those type of scenarios where I thought the line was a little overvalued. We'll start talking about some of the trends and angles that you can look for betting the NBA playoffs. And I'm excited because Cheah's been getting a little hot again. So that's fun. And yes, hello, Stephen Cheah. First of all, Evan tweeted not one, but both. I asked you, I said, don't give me the chalk. I don't want the favorite. Give me the first basket. Of course, I ask the question. I write it down on my notepad, and then I don't bet it.
Plus 950, yeah.
Just kill me now. Seriously.
I love how casual you are. You're such a dick. It's plus 950. Yeah.
Well, no. So I mean that's first baskets are for me much smaller bets. I have a daily prop that I do, and I've gone ice cold. And
then the brain freeze.
The regular season and playing around playoffs haven't been great.
Elio's fucking Oilers last night just killed the brain freeze. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, so did mine. Mine lost too. Steph.
Oh, yours did too?
Oh. Yeah.
Just 2 fucking loser dudes. Boo. It's okay. We'll get it back today. I'm just kidding. All right. All of my baseball games have pretty much already started. I'll let you guys in on a slight secret. The Astros at night. It's on a day game, so I'll probably end up adding that one. So, there we go. Just a little news on that.
Megan, I bet the grossest team on the board today. It's not my play, but I'll share it with you. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I woke up this morning. I got the email from a guy that I'm good friends with and I trust. I'm like, oh, great. Today's going to be awesome. I get to bet the Kansas City Royals. Can't wait to not watch 1 second of this game.
Yeah, the Rangers are up 3-0, I think. Yeah. That's
and now you just had to ruin the rest of the show. I didn't even know it had started yet. I've been over here. I got all my little notes. I'm ready for the NBA playoffs.
Baseball. You hate baseball.
I hate baseball because it's so infuriating. At least now
I know. I haven't been seeing all of your subtweets about
it's getting better. It's getting better. I like the rule changes.
I'm glad. I'm glad about the pitch clock and the runner on second. I'm glad all these arbitrary changes that completely
make it faster.
Game in the world. I like baseball. I like to drink, and I like to sit there responsibly for a long time and watch all 9 innings and go into extras and sit there and be like, how did I? Oh, 5-1 Rangers right now. Shout out Dominic Civi. I don't know if I did that wrong. That's just me. I always say names wrong. But Cheah, I know you said you're ice cold except for your first basket plus the 950. Hitting the other day, but. Besides that, how have you been doing? I know you liked the Warriors with me the other night, and that was I feel like Steph Curry just didn't show up. What do y'all think the issue was for the Warriors? You think the Kings were just on top of it? They were on their A game. They were having just a lights out game, and that was it. Do you think they can replicate it?
I do think they can replicate it. So I think they did it with defense. They moved to in the first half it was pretty even. The second half they put Davion Mitchell on Steph, and they went to a box and one. And nobody else was really doing anything. Clay ended up hitting 5 threes, but I think 2 of them were in garbage time. And they just kind of stifled him. They dared other people to beat him. Wiggins wasn't hitting. Jordan Poole was nicked up. He wasn't even playing towards the end of the game. Draymond got kicked out. So they just really took away the other players on the Warriors. and Steph couldn't beat him by himself. And they did a really nice job defensively, which nobody really expected.
All right, so let's move on to the games that we have on the card for tonight. Because just like the Warriors, I find this Lakers line to be a little smelly. And maybe I'm wrong. You guys know I'm not a sharp by any means, and especially not in the NBA. But man, this Lakers team, you have like AD and LeBron. They're not even like the best players on the team. They're playing like team ball. It's great. And, obviously the Grizzlies don't want to go down 0-2 here, especially against the Lakers. But I had the same thing in my head. The Warriors, the more experienced team, don't want to go down against them. And guess what? They did. But I have a feeling they're good with that, and they know that they can come back home and rally and get it together. However, if the Grizz go down 2-0, I don't know if they have what it takes to get back in the game. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think here. Kelly, let's go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, the big question mark tonight, Megan, Ja Morant. Is he going to play? He literally is questionable still up until, what time is it? 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. So we still have like 4 hours before game time. But listen, if you listen to any of that press conference after the game, he said he was in a lot of pain.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
He said he was in 10 out of 10 pain.
That's like what my kids say. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like that's a severe, if you're a 10 out of 10, you better be on your deathbed. So maybe Ja Morant's a little bit of a wuss. That being said, I hope
they bent back.
It was gross. It was really gross. I am not one of those people to look for that kind of stuff, but yes, I would. I saw it just perusing the internet, and I was like, that's good enough for me. Bottom line, Megan, this is a Lakers team that I know a lot of people didn't even think would make the playoffs, right? And then there they were. They won a bunch of late game situations down the stretch, get into the playoffs. And what do they do game 1? Well, if you look at the final score, it looks like they absolutely dominated. But that wasn't really the case. It was kind of back and forth for about 3 quarters. Then the Lakers went on a 15-0 run and were able to get the W. So I think the line makers here have kind of over-adjusted for that Lakers win. They know they're going to get more Lakers money. And with Ja Morant being out, I still make this game a pick'em. So being -1 at the Barstool Sportsbook, I have this one circled. I'm just patiently waiting for the Ja news. Unfortunately, when the Ja news comes out, it's going to move. And so you've got to either get some really good information, trust your sources, or just hope that you get lucky and he plays if you want to bet it now. If you want to bet the Lakers, I think waiting until after you hear about Ja might be the better move here. Anthony Davis, not 100% either, but he will most likely be a go. This one is interesting because you've got to think that the Grizz are going to step up defensively, especially if Ja Morant is out. That's how you beat this Lakers team. You put a ton of pressure on them, but I do expect a better offensive game, particularly down the stretch at home. We saw the same thing last night with the Knicks game where I said, hey, I'm not laying it with the Cavs here for all of these reasons. Cavs end up pulling away late, get the nice win at home. Nobody wants to go down 0-2 at home, and I do not think the Grizz do tonight.
All right, Cheah, what do you make of this game? Where are we looking at in the prop market? Let's get hot. Let's get right. I think a good win will do good for your soul, the mind, the body, get you out of the sick rut that you're in. So let's get a winner.
Yep, my daily NBA prop today is LeBron James over 8.5 rebounds.
LeBron James.
Yes, he's Memphis allows the 6th most rebounds to opponents in the NBA, and Steven Adams, who's their best rebounder, is out. Brandon Clark also injured, so they are smaller up front. Jaren Jackson's playing the power forward, but he's not like the best rebounder. Anthony Davis should eat on the boards. LeBron, I really like his recent playoff data. I think he's hit in 19 of his last 28 playoff games. He's hit, I think, 5 in a row against Memphis. So I like him to board tonight quite a bit. But we saw in game 1 a lot of role player step up. So Rui Hachimura scored a ton. Austin Reeves scored a lot. It wasn't really AD and LeBron. I think it'll probably be more superstars today, but I also just like them to, like I said, board. With Ja, I would actually, as a guy who bet a rebound prop, I would prefer Ja play. And he's going to be a game time decision, 7:30 Eastern tip. So we're not going to know until like 30 minutes before the game, probably an hour at best, if he's going to play. The guy has, it's not broken, but like he has a re-aggravated hand injury. like strained ligaments. He's not going to be able to shoot. He's not a great shooter as it is, but he's not going to be able to shoot. I would rather have that guy on the floor than Tyus Jones as a capable backup.
All right. So it was LeBron boards was the prop tonight on that game. All right, let's move on to another game. You got the Heat at the Bucks. Obviously, we're waiting on that superstar Greek freak news to see if he is going to play. You have no Hero or Lowry for the Heat. I like the Bucks in this game, but 8 seems like a lot of fucking points. But again, with no Hero, no Lowry, and I had this inkling that Giannis plays. I feel like go ahead.
Lowry is going to play. Kyle
Lowry is going to play, but Megan, I have a feeling Giannis is too.
What?
I think Giannis is too. I mean, look, if you look at where this opened last night at 5.5, now it's at 8. I think the market thinks he's going to play. I think the bookmakers think he's going to play. And I don't blame you for liking the Bucks here, but I think the line is just a tiny bit too far gone. If it was hovering around like 6.5, 7, I could maybe get on board, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go to 8.5 before tip-off.
Well, we do know too that the Bucks can win games without Giannis. I mean, they're 11-8 this season without Giannis. And obviously he would be a fantastic contributor to the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs. But I feel like they could still potentially get it done without him, even with Lowry playing. Again, my apologies. What I had read earlier, sources, which was AKA this morning before my first cup of coffee, that he was not playing. So that could have just been false news. But who's better to give you false news than me? Because just don't listen. All right, Cheah, what do we got as far as props here tonight?
One I would look at is Drew Holiday over 2.5 threes. He had a rough shooting game yesterday, or in game 1, 2 of 9. But if he's getting that type of volume at 3 3-pointers, if he's getting 8 3-point attempts, I feel comfortable with the type of shooter he is that he's going to knock those down. So if I had to pick one this game, I'm not betting it, but Drew Holiday over 2.5 threes would be fine.
What about if I asked first basket? Sorry, I shouldn't text you. I was going to ask you.
First basket? Can you make it a first?
Listen, this is what's going to happen. I already know. Cheah's going to give me a first basket. I'm actually going to get my lazy ass on the Barstool Sportsbook app. I'm going to bet it and it's going to lose. So here's what I'm going to do for our viewers. I'm actually not going to bet it. I'm going to have Cheah give me out one, and then I'm not going to bet it just for you guys so it can actually have an opportunity to win.
All right, so this game, I do not like a first basket. If I had to pick one for the first game, it'd be Jaren Jackson Jr. I believe he's plus 450. Let me just check on that. He is like their biggest first basket guy by far, and he's very good at jumps. AD is good at jumps too, but I would take Jaren Jackson Jr. in that matchup. We have so many alt line. Yeah, he's plus 450. There is a first basket that I kind of like in the Denver game. So Minnesota, Denver game 2. Minnesota is a really good jump ball team, but for whatever reason, in their last 5 matchups, Denver has won the jump. Denver's biggest first shot volume guy, and I'm just going off of volume here, is Jamal Murray. And I believe he's plus, I don't want to misquote, plus 700. So I think that's a decent flyer. The numbers, like, statistically aren't great, but I mean, in a series, you look at who, it doesn't really matter what you did in the past. If you can beat the other team in the jump ball, which I feel confident that Denver will based on their history this year. Jamal Murray is their biggest first shot guy. I think he's at 6 first baskets. He shot 14, which is team leading. He's good value at plus 700.
On that note, on the Nuggets, let's move on to that full game so we can get sides, totals, what y'all think.
Yep.
T-Wolves at the Nuggets. Nuggets lead the series 1-0. Nuggets are 34-7 at home, and also a 26-15-0 ATS at home, which pretty solid record there. Obviously, the Nuggets have a little I feel like they have a little magic this year. There's something fun about the Nuggets, and I lean them this game. But again, after my Warriors take was so wrong the other day, and again, as a person that does not bet NBA very often, that kind of took it out of me. So if I had to lean here, I would lean towards the Nuggets. As I said, them being so good at home, it makes sense. But Kelly, I want to hear what you have to say.
I also lean towards the Nuggets here, Megan. This is tough. Like, We saw the fist fight break out in Timberwolves. We heard some of the drama in the locker room. And then they go out to Denver, first playoff game, and just get their asses kicked by the Nuggets. I'm not going to lie. I had the Nuggets, and it was just so nice. I was like, yes, I need one of these games. It doesn't stress me out.
Also,
the Nuggets,
the average at home by 10.2 points, and they are also shooting, I believe, 51% from home. So it just seems right?
You would think, but I'm not going to get involved here. Listen, the Nuggets have got to be feeling themselves after that nice win. Now they just need to get another win. They don't need to cover the 8.5, Megan. And at some point in time in this series, you're going to see the Timberwolves defense come alive. That doesn't mean they're going to win, but I do believe this defense is still lying with inside themselves. Now, it didn't show last game. Ultimately, it looked like they almost just kind of quit there at the end. But ultimately, I do think this is right around the number. I wouldn't be laying 8.5. Plus, Rudy Gobert, I believe, is still questionable. He was having back spasms the other day.
It sounds like a politician name. Doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Like Rudy Gobert for mayor or like city council.
Giuliani.
He just likes anything with a French accent because she's from Louisiana. That's what I realized about Megan. If it has, she turns regular names like Justin Herbert into
Bear.
This is what she does, Cheah. She just makes things sound more French than they are.
Bobby Bear. T-Bob Bear. It's my people.
There you go. T-Bob, even better. I'm just not ready to give up on the Timberwolves yet, but I'm really close. And so ultimately I'm going to pass here, but there is a lot that needs to go wrong for the Nuggets for them to probably lose this game. This is not a spot where I think that they lose this game, but there's no chance in hell that I'm laying an egregious number on the money line. We'll see how Jokic steps up here. Well, from everything I've been told, he's in, but he is not 100%. And we've known that for a while now. So just something to keep an eye on. If this game got much higher, you could probably bait me into betting the Timberwolves, but it's just sitting steady at 8.5. Majority of the tickets on Denver kind of tells you that this might be a backdoor cover by the T-Wolves.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, that number here. All right, Cheah, I know you gave us tip. No pun intended. Can you give us a little bit more?
Aside from just the tip, we've got Karl Anthony Towns over 8.5 boards. This is at plus money right now in the Barstool Sportsbook, plus 107, I think. He's hit that in his last 3 games against Denver. He's also hit this in 8 of his last 9 playoff games, averaging almost 11 boards per game. So at 8.5, I like that number, especially at plus money. The one thing that gives me pause, and the reason I did not make this my daily prop, is that the Nuggets are the best rebounding team in the league. So that gives me a little bit of pause. He does average more boards on the road. This is on the road, but so does LeBron. The fact that the Grizzlies were a bottom 6 rebounding team in the NBA had me lean that way. The numbers are pretty similar. But Karl Anthony Towns is a good value plan. I did bet this.
Let's go. Karl Anthony Towns. What was it?
Over 8.5 boards.
Over 8.5. Okay, I didn't want to say the wrong number. All right. Over 8.5. That's it.
And I will not bet Cheah's first basketball prop just for you guys.
First basket. First basket was who?
First basket was Jamal Murray.
Also, I didn't even write it down because I don't even want to be tempted to bet it.
Good value also if you like the Cat rebounding one, 8.5 boards. If you go Cat double, points are going to be automatic there. Plus 175.
Love good plus money. All right, guys. Besides that, do you have anything else y'all want to add for the day?
Big circle for the Warriors tomorrow. I'll probably be on them close enough to San Francisco, wherever the hell their arena is, and geographically. That being said, I will most likely be on them. We'll see. Line is, I think, currently 5 on the Barstool Sportsbook. Maybe I should do my job and have it open on my computer screen. Shocker, I know. That being said, I'm on the Grizz tonight, -1. I know a lot of people are going to go, why wouldn't you just bet the money line? I like the -1 side just a little bit better than laying that juice with this team because John Morant still questionable. So keep that in mind. But I will be most likely getting to the window with, let me pull this up still, The Warriors -5.5 already. So I should probably go ahead and bet it now because I already hesitated when it opened 5.
Draymond suspended.
It doesn't matter. I think it's already built into the line here. And Grizz are down to 0.5. So that's probably not very good. Maybe I will just bet Grizz -109 on the money line. I know Draymond's is out, but there always becomes a little bit of a situation there, Cheah, when you know one of your better players is going to be out prior to the game. It kind of gets somebody else to fill in for that spot to get a little fired up. I call it the injured player theory, if you will. So we'll see. But I like him in this spot at home. And I was the only one that I knew was on the Kings the other day. So looking for a Warriors bounce back. They get at least one of the wins at home.
That was a joke, right?
What?
The injured player theory?
What's that?
There's a very famous name for this theory that has been well established by one of the great basketball minds. I'm not affiliated or a friend of Barstool, though, so we won't mention it by name.
There you go.
It's the Ewing theory. When your best players go, everyone steps up. Yep.
This is correct. But I'm not going to give Patrick any praise. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and use injured player theory or sometimes when there's other things you could use too. Unfortunately, they have to go to funeral. Their wife's having a baby. I mean, players don't go to every single game for other adverse events. Sometimes there's somebody to step up in their absence.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to be the guy that steps up. And today it was Cheah. Sick from home, just stepping up. Look at this, historian Cheah dropping.
They love you.
Dropping winners, dropping history facts, covering his nose while he sneezes. That hygiene is just impeccable. Probably washes his hands too. Crazy world we live in, guys. That was Money Shots today. Hopefully you got to watch the show. If you did not, make sure you have liked and subscribed to the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube page.
One other thing, I want to bring this up because Hank brought it up yesterday on Twitter. Do you guys ever do round robin bets?
I only follow Quiggs' round robin bets.
So this is
only during college football do I round robin. If I let's just say I like 6 dogs. I do my 3-team dog parlay. Yep. I will do just a slight quarter of a unit on a round robin, just in case I go 6-0 or something just absolutely and utterly obnoxious, which never happens.
So something he's doing for NBA and NHL playoffs is he's betting it to go to overtime. So end of third period, end of fourth quarter draw. For NHL, it's plus 350 for almost every single one of them. So if you round robin 2 of those, it gets to be pretty good. If you round robin 3, which I tried last night, didn't work out.
No, it did not.
Got greedy.
Very, very handsome payoff. So I might try that with a few NHLs.
I do like 2-team round robins. I will say that much. If you like 3 or 4 favorites, I don't hate that. Now, when you start getting to 3, 4, I think you're getting a little out of control. But
can I ask you guys why it's called a handsome favorite and not a beautiful favorite?
Come on, historian Cheah.
Yeah, it seems pretty masculine to me. Pretty anti-women. A handsome favorite.
Oh boy.
Can women be handsome?
Women can be handsome.
Okay, we're gonna end the show now. Megan.
Tom Brady looks like a handsome woman.
Hey.
Easy. All right, I'll leave the show on that note. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube page, though, so you can go back, get Cheah's bets, get Kelly's bets. Not mine, because I didn't bet the NBA today, but if you could have saw mine on Twitter, posted them at 7 a.m., so they've been up there for a while. Also, taking the Astros tonight. Jump on it. It's McCormick's birthday. He's on the IL, but they're gonna play for Chazzy Faye. Love you guys. Kelly, see you Monday. Cheah,
are you gonna be here Monday?
Monday, I am.
Okay, good.
Monday, I am. All right. See you guys back here Monday. I hope you win all your bets, unless it's against me. Then I hope I win. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon. In the broadcast.